Today, we are going to show you how to do a paint correction for beginners, basically. Welcome back to another video. We're getting into it. Stuff I've been wanting to do a long time, so we're here. Behind me is one of my personal cars. This is a 1996 E36 M3. I acquired, just give you a brief backstory. I acquired this car, original owner from California. It was woman owned, so it's almost perfect. No paint work, all original. A couple little, this is the only real major defect on this car. As you guys can see, the paint condition in this car has never been paint corrected, never been detailed. We washed it already, we cleaned it, went over the interior. I've been driving this car for a couple of weeks, but I finally got it in and I want to do a paint correction. Today, we are going to show you how to do a paint correction for beginners, basically. Let's start by going over the tools that I have set up. Me and Bella have already been working. She's been taping stuff up, doing some test spots and whatnot. So these are the basic tools that I have set up. This is everything here that I brought out and I said, okay, this is what we need to start working. So for those of you who are beginners, who have no idea, you'll have your polisher. This is a dual action machine. It both spins on a rotor and oscillates. So this prevents you from burning any paint. Can you burn paint? Fuck yeah. So just be careful. Here is our polishing machine. We have a few different type of pads. These are all cutting pads. So I'm a little bit obviously experienced here as far as what type of pad we need, right? So there's three basic tools that you're gonna need to do polishing. One is your machine, doesn't matter which type of machine. Next is your pad, and the next is your polisher compound, right? So I have a whole plethora of type of compounds that we need that we're gonna start to use. So I'll kind of walk you through what I did and how I got going. So I grabbed my machine, I did some test spots. Here, I always start with the lightest of compound, right? Or polish, because I don't wanna hit it so hard and have to work my way up to getting a perfect finish. I would like to try the least amount of steps to get a perfect finish. And then if I see that it needs more, then I start cutting a little more, right? So for this BMW, it is super hard paint. Also, I have in here a tool that not any beginner would need. As a professional, I use it quite often. This is a paint meter. This is like a $70 tool. If you're doing this at home to your personal car, you do not need this. Me, I have it because I want to see how much room I really have, right? So I turned it on, I went over the whole car. I look here, we got plenty of room to work with, okay? So 7 mils, there's plenty of room. I could grind, I can hammer it. We have some high corners here we're gonna lay off of rags, of course, air. So this between every pass, again, so you'll see I have some brushes. I'm a professional, I do this for a living. I have my filters here to prevent the dust from going all over the shop. Air is to blow out the pads, to blow out the finished compound in between passes. Do you need it? No, that's what these brushes are for. $10 tools, between passes. If you don't have air, if you don't have a compressor, you simply are gonna brush your pad out, right? So I jump on this paint. I have Jezcar compound, I have heavy duty Manzurna cutting compound, I have a bunch of Shine Supply products, she's using Shine Supply. So I'm just gonna go start here with a microfiber cutting pad and just classic cut compound. Everybody makes a classic compound, whether it's Meguiar's line, their professional line, which I love, Shine Supply stuff, you have Sonax, all of them. Doesn't matter. Some paints you'll have different types of finishes that are gonna take longer or shorter to correct. Some will look a little better, some will look, you know. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a piece of tape down. Let me get a piece of tape here. We have all the polishes. You can use every single, this should go in the fucking garbage, type of polish that you could want or use, or, you know, does it matter? Sure, some work better than others, but you don't have to be super particular here. So let's rock. So what I'm doing here, basically, I don't suggest this, and I'll explain to you why. I'm putting a piece of tape down the center. The reason why I do this is so that when I peel it off, you'll see a direct before and after, okay? Bella taped up all these rubber and plastic pieces here because we do not want compound getting in or on any of the rubber because it's gonna stain it. Grab my machine. Again, so I wanna start on the lowest. I've kind of been cheating a little bit. I know, of course, about BMW paint. I know about all the different processes, so I jump straight to a microfiber pad. It's pretty aggressive. I know for BMWs it works well. But I'm gonna show you a few differences here. I'm gonna grab classic, just a classic cut compound, nothing heavy, nothing crazy. Put five, 6 dots here, pea-sized dots, and I'm gonna jump straight in, okay?
Yep.
I'm gonna work a small 2x2 section here because as you guys can see, the paint is pretty bad. So what I did here is a basic cross hatch pattern. So I went left to right, up and down. Slow speed 4.5, and now we're gonna see how the paint cut. So I'm gonna show you the basics here. So I had Bella do the same exact thing on the trunk, and she said, yeah, Greg, it looks good, but there's a lot of heavy scratches. There's a few reasons why. Again, 3 variables. The pad, right? So I like that cutting pad, it cuts really well. So now I said to her, let's change the compound also, right? There's also one more thing 2 more things I didn't tell you because I wanted you to hear. I changed the compound, so we stepped up a little bit. I'm using a little bit heavier of a compound, so I changed the compound. So I'm gonna show you some things here. There's a few, Austin, come in here. So the swirls are gone, right?
Yeah.
But we have, I don't know if you could see, there's a lot of heavy gouges and scratches. Given we're not going to be able to get all of these perfect because this car does have 140,000 miles and it is it's almost 30 years old now. So we're not going to be able to get all of it without doing any wet sand work. I'm not interested in doing any of that today, but we're going to get it pretty fucking damn close, over 90%. So again, back to, the pad is good, it's aggressive. So let's change the compound. Next, we're going to step up to a heavier compound. Also, what we could do is adjust the speed on the machine. So I've been running at like 4. Let's crank it up to 5 a little bit. What that's gonna do is add more heat, right? We're gonna get more heat, more abrasing on the paint. Also, what we could do is add more pressure on the machine. What that does is, again, you're adding more heat. We don't wanna jeopardize anything. We do not wanna burn any paint, so I don't wanna push it. Guys, if you're compounding here and you're laying on a scratch for a couple seconds and it doesn't come out, don't push it. Try different solutions. If this scratch isn't being removed, you don't want to burn the paint and ruin a panel for one small scratch. This is the give and take us detailers have to do every day on certain projects, right? Or even if this is your at-home project, you don't want to jeopardize doing any type of heavy correction work and jeopardize the paint for one small scratch, right? Doesn't make any sense to anybody. So I'm gonna step up here in compound, and I'm gonna step my speed up, and I'm gonna start putting some more pressure and see what kind of finish we can get. Also, so if you look at my pad here, you can see how it's flattened, and you can see all the compound residue in here, right? So I'm gonna blow that out. If you guys have your brush, do the same thing like I showed before. Clean it out. Me, I'm gonna blow it out. When you're polishing, doing polish work, using polish to finish paint, a lot of times more polish isn't good because it gets in the way of the pad. Compounding, if I need more cut, sometimes I add a little bit more polish. Most times. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna work the same spot, or do you want me to work a different spot?
No, it's totally up to you.
Yeah, let's try the same thing and try and remove a little bit more of the heavy stuff.
Gotcha.
So again, up the speed, a little more pressure on the hands. Set my polish out. Okay, good. So awesome results. So what I did here, which I also didn't explain, was I shrunk the sections in which I was working, right? So I did slower hand movement because I wanted to get the paint nice and hot. And I did slower hand movements to really grind down a smaller area and finish the scratches. I don't want to have to go back. So I'd rather work these small sections and hammer it away. The tape line is awesome because you're going to be able to see a 50-50 comparison when I pull the tape off, but you see here?
It's kind of coming back.
Yeah, so I don't want this tape in my pad.
Yeah.
So don't do this at home. If you want to show your friends, sure, I get it. I mean, everybody does it. All the detailers do it. Not recommended. I wouldn't do it.
Especially inexperienced.
Yeah, you don't want to jeopardize the pad, and then all of a sudden you may have hooks, you may have glue, you may fuck something up. Also, very important is lighting. I have, of course, insane lights all over this place. If you don't have lights, you'll need one because that's the only way you're going to be able to really see what's going on here. Bella is using a light to polish. You can't really do any of this work without polishing. I see a lot of detailers posting pictures of how black the car looks in the shade, or right now you could look at this truck right now. Sure, it looks great and shiny and whatever, but you pull it outside in the sun and then all of a sudden it looks like shit. That's why you get a lot of detailers or guys who leave body shops and they wash the car, whatever. You see detailing signatures, right? You see all those lines. That's because it looks great when you look at it and then you pull it out and get home and you're like, what the fuck is that? So I'm gonna continue with this, and as I think about what I can talk about. So I don't know if we have a good introduction yet. This is my apprentice. This is Isabella. Ooh, ow. She's crushing it. She's a beast. Let me continue here.
Perfect.
Cool. So, compound. Come look. What did I say, 90?
You said 90.
90. So, some stuff, big scratch. Obviously the chips can't do anything about. Big scratch, big scratch. I don't know, couple.
Yup.
90%. I'd say that's perfect. So right now, although it looks fucking amazing, there is still a haze that comes with compound. So we are going to move on to polish. I grabbed
The next step.
wool pad. This should actually be in the garbage. This thing is shot. We'll grab a different one. This is thrown out. This thing is destroyed. Again, so we're gonna step over to polish, remove all that hazing, and rip the tape off and show you guys basically the before and after, okay?
I'm excited.
Good, me too. So it didn't explain how to polish.
Oh yeah, at all.
Yeah, that's okay. Basically the same as the compounding, except just not putting as much pressure, right? We're not trying to remove defects, we're just trying to remove all of the hazing from the compounding. So this is basically our finished product here. And this is the first time you guys are seeing it, as am I, and it should be just about perfect, so. This is getting me excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait till this car's finished.
Oh, it looks so gross on the left.
Should we peel the tape?
Yeah, let's peel the tape. Fuck it.
All right, let's peel the tape. Fuck it. We love that.
Yeah, it's a line, all right.
What do you say, Belle?
Very nice.
I hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it. A lot more of these to come. Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, we're wrapping up.
Okay, good. A lot more of these to come. We'll show you guys the next video of really finishing this whole car, hopefully.
Yep.
If you like these, let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, you know, all the good stuff. We love you. Let us know what you think about the new shop car. The C63 is gone.
It was really never here, and now it's gone.
Yeah, that's true. I think I like this a little more.
I think you do
Fun.
too.
Yeah. So, love you.